What's up, guys? You know me, or maybe you do. Well, if you don't, then I'm Extreme's Edge, aka Gaming Review Punk. Today I'm going back to N64 games, and not only that, I'm reviewing two. That's right, two Star Wars video games for the N64. Those games are Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, and then I'll review Shadow of the Empire later on in that video. But I'm going to start reviewing Star Wars Episode 1 Racer for the N64 first, so let's begin. Alright, Star Wars Episode 1 Racers was developed and published by good old LucasArts. This game came out for 5 different platforms: Microsoft Windows, Game Boy Color, Macintosh, Dreamcast, and of course the N64. For the N64, this game came out on May 19, 1999. Now it's been, well, you know what? I remember getting out of preschool and going to kindergarten. One day I was taken to the shop, and suddenly I see a new Star Wars game that came out for the N64, and this game got my attention because I was such a Star Wars fan when I was a kid, and still am and always will be. I had to take the game home with me, so I did that, and it was brand new. That just came out back in the time when I had it. Anyways, enough of that. Let's see what the game is like. Alright, when the game starts, you have a very short clip that you just saw in the intro. So from the title, you already know that this is a racing game. And if you watch Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, with the racing scene, then this is what it's based on. So since that racing scene in the movie was great, let's see how it looks in the video game. Alright, so in the main menu, you have Tournament, Free Play, and Time Attack. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is go to free play and pick my character for the race. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put my initials real quick. So, just hang in there for a few seconds. Sweet. So you'll have 6 vehicles with 6 characters that are already there by default, and I don't remember. I think you have to unlock more vehicles in more places as you race through the game and win it. I don't know, but I think I'll find out later. Of course, so most of these characters' name I can't pronounce, except I know Anakin Skywalker, of course, duh. Oh, and spoiler alert, he's the winner of that race from the movie. Well, I guess I'll pick the obvious and play as Anakin Skywalker as a kid. So by default you'll have 3 different stages to choose from, and I see you have to unlock the other ones as well. So I'll just pick the first stage to play in with Anakin Skywalker as a kid and just relive what I seen in the Episode 1 movie. So here we go.
The current record holder for this track is Anakin Skywalker.
Alright, now here we go with the gameplay. I like that little introduction to my character there. Well, what can I say? You know it's a Star Wars game, and it's also a racing game. You can accelerate, and while you're doing that, you can boost up the speed of your pod, but you have to be careful sometimes or the engine will overheat and you'll end up not in a very good situation. It's possible for you to crash and die, but you'll just spawn back so you can continue finishing the race. I also think the voiceover sounds pretty good in this game as well. Not only that, you can upgrade or fix parts of your pod for racing as well, which is pretty cool. Along with that, you can buy parts for your pods at the shop or buy parts from the junkyard. So basically, all you gotta do is race, win, and then earn enough money to buy specific parts to your pods, or just simply give it a good upgrade to it. I'm sorry I can't think of anything else to say about this game. I mean, I don't play a lot of racing games, but the graphics for back in this time when this game was released, I thought it was really good. So yeah, you just win a race, unlock more stages, pods, or characters. That's all I can really say for this game. You know, a game like this anyway. So, in conclusion, I say this game is playable, and if you're a fan of racing games plus Star Wars, then try out this game. I actually recommended to Star Wars fan and racing fans, so therefore I'm giving this game a 7 out of 10. Now to Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. This is one of my favorite Star Wars games on the N64 when I was a kid. Alright, first off, this game was released for the N64, of course, and Microsoft Windows, so therefore this game was developed by LucasArts and published by Nintendo for the N64 and LucasArts for the PC version. So this game came out on December 3rd, 1996 for the N64 and for Microsoft Windows. It's on September 17th, 1997, so that means 1 year later for the PC. Okay, now let's take a look at the game. Alright, here we go with Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. There's a nice opening to the game with a very short intro, so to kick off this review of Shadows of the Empire, this game is basically a backstory between Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, and Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. So the story starts off before the Battle of Hoth, and the guy you'll be playing as, his name is Dash Rendar, along with Lebo, to arrive in the Echo base to drop off some supplies, so then he would get into a little talk with Han Solo. Yeah, Harrison Ford, the man who plays Han Solo in the original Star Wars movies. So, the first chapter, you'll fly in a ship, and the objective is to destroy the enemy targets. Enemy targets like the AT-ST walkers or the Imperial AT-AT. Basically, the first chapter is based from the movie Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, and the Battle of Hoth, which is seen in the beginning of the film. It's been a while, but I got the hang of it. You can do this like in third-person view of the ship or first-person view of the ship, and feel like you're in the ship and actually trying to fight off some Imperial AT-AT. Speaking of third-person view, in the second chapter, you'll be Dash Rendar, and you can play in first-person view, but I recommend playing this in third-person instead. So your weapon pretty much is the good old blaster. You'll be going through stormtroopers, and what I like about this game is when you kill the stormtroopers, their dead bodies remain on the ground, and they don't disappear at all. So that's really cool, and you can kill the Wampas if you want to, but I just leave them alone most of the time. Also, in the bottom left, the numbers tell you how much you got amount of your health left. Also, beside Dash Rendar's icon, you can see like how much life you got left, so play wisely. I will say the graphics for the game, it looks good for back in this time in 1996, so I definitely enjoyed playing this game since I was a kid and still do today. My advice to you is when playing this game, just take your time and enjoy each level of the game. Now, I'm going to wrap this video up, and you already got my words about this game, so therefore, I'm giving Star Wars Shadows of the Empire an 8 out of 10. So, that's it for me, and next time, I'll have more reviews coming soon, and I hope you do enjoy this review video on 2 Star Wars game for the N64. Well, all I can say now is like, comment, and subscribe. And may the Force be with you, always. Take care, and goodbye.